Out of all the genres of anime out there, I think that one of my favorites has to be the sports anime genre. Probably because it makes me feel like, damn, I've seen these characters grow and succeed and it makes me feel like a part of the team too. Instead of, why am I watching this? Sports anime are the best. I mean, they have the ability to make me care about things that I never thought I would care about. Did I care about ping pong? No. But that didn't stop me from being hyped as hell when I found out Peko was the hero Smile was waiting for all along, and the song he was humming throughout the series was actually Peko's theme the whole time. Or what about cycling? Arguably one of my favorite anime is Yowamushi Pedal. You think I cared at all about cycling before watching this anime? No! But here I am still rewatching my favorite moments from the show and still crying over what happens in season 3, episode 25, because that was some bullshit, and it's almost been 3 years since the last season came out and TMS just released season 5 already. I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Anyway, you can probably tell how much I enjoy sports anime, and a very important reason that they stick with me is the amazing job the first few episodes do at getting me interested in the sport and its characters. The sports anime I'm going to be talking about today is one of my favorites, and the reason it became one of my favorites was because of how engaging its first episode was. Even after rewatching it years later for this video, I still believe this might be one of the best first episodes in all of anime, and that's the reason for this video, to show you all the pure genius of Keijo's first episode. So without further ado, let's begin. So, to truly explain why I believe this show and its first episode are so amazing, we have to go back to when I first discovered Keijo. The year is 2016. A young Rafinator is looking around the internet for any new anime to watch. This was before I became the genius anime analyst you see before you today. So, I was young and less knowledgeable of anime compared to now. Heck, I hadn't even watched School Days, arguably one of the best anime of the 21st century. But all that didn't stop me from discovering this masterpiece. There I was, face to face with a show the likes of which I had never seen before. And I thought to myself, is this show any good? Well, in order to answer that question, I had to watch it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what I saw. Keijo, a woman's only sport held atop a stage called the land, which is sustained floating in water. No contact is allowed except for the breast and butt. If any parts of your body other than your feet touch the land, or if you're knocked off, you lose. The last person standing is the winner and receives a cash prize. The Satochi Keijo Training School, aiding and teaching up-and-coming Keijo players for the Pro League. It's also where our journey begins. Kaminashi Nozomi, an ex-gymnast who recently graduated high school and has aspirations to become the richest Keijo player in Japan. Miyata Sayaka. After choosing Keijo over a promising up-and-coming career in judo, she is ready to begin her Keijo journey. From the beginning, there's a hierarchy that divides the players. The elite class, as signified by their blue scarves, and the regular class, as signified by the red scarves. 6 months prior, the Satochi Keijo Training School entrance exam. Out of the 40 people who pass, only the top 10 make it into the elite class. The elite class gets a special curriculum as well as only having to pay for half their tuition. Now inspired to join the elite class, Nozomi strives to knock off more people than anyone else and be the last one standing to rise up the ranks. The final test of the exam will now begin. A mock race on the roadland. Applicants will be put into groups of 12 and be given 10 minutes. As the bell strikes to signify the start of the race, Nozomi sprints across the unstable path. By splashing her opponent, she is able to land a direct hit on her face. Meanwhile, Miyata has already been surrounded by other players. Nozomi is drawn into the narrow path where she now becomes trapped. As one of the girls begin to attack, Nozomi spins around and hits her ankle, making her trip and giving Nozomi just enough time to escape. The two girls who surrounded her begin to fight and Nozomi hits them both into the water with the butt cannon. Miyata is also able to use her speed to knock off two opponents. Nozomi becomes surrounded again, and while she's thinking of a way out, someone else jumps in. Hanabi Kourai.
私も混ぜて。
She is able to knock out 3 girls without any effort and begins to make her way towards Nozomi. Kourai lands a direct hit. However, she was not able to knock her down. By striking the front of her opponent's jaw, she is able to shake their brain until they become unconscious. But by pulling her jaw back and slamming her face into Kouai's butt, Nozomi was able to stay safe. Kourai comments that this mock race is going to get fun. Managing to slip away from Miyata, her opponent launches a direct attack towards her small chest, as she believes the size of them won't be enough to stop her. Suddenly, she's shocked as Miyata's breasts begin to grow. She ends up hitting an after image. Overboard. Kourai uses her sure-kill butt guillotine and Nozomi dodges. Tired of not knowing where she will be targeted next, Nozomi deploys her bust-to-bust attack. Both players push each other back and forth with immense power. Kourai manages to get the upper hand and pushes Nozomi back, but is then grabbed by her bathing suit and pushed back herself. 30 seconds left on the clock. Kourai swings high. Nozomi dodges and strikes her in the stomach. This is the final attack.
これでしまいやお尻が届いてないのぞみ河合の尻が髪なしの顎に楽しめたわありがとね髪なしさ
Since then, Nozomi has wanted to do more than just play Keijo. She wanted to win. Nozomi and Miyata were assigned the same room, room 309, known as the empty room because the students who would stay there were known for quitting after not being able to keep up with the classes. In their room, they meet their other two roommates, Toyoguchi Non and Aoba Kazane. Although just meeting for the first time, hijinks begin to ensue. This looks like it's going to be an interesting year. So what did y'all think? How can you say this isn't a great first episode? Let me explain to you why it's so good. It does a great job at explaining what the anime is and what's to come. Having the mock race in the first episode not only helps the audience learn more about the sport, it shows the audience just how crazy and amazing these battles can get. You can't tell me it wasn't crazy when Kourai struck those girls in the jaw and knocked them out like it was nothing. Obviously the show isn't going to be realistic, and Keijo fully realizes that fact and leans into its absurdity. The butt cannon, the butt guillotine, bust to bust attack, the after image. This show clearly isn't taking itself that seriously, and that's what I love about it. The animation for the fight scenes are phenomenal. You can't argue that the quality of these fight scenes don't rival every shonen anime out there. Also the sound effects. Just listen to the sounds of them hitting each other. You shouldn't come into this anime expecting a serious story because that isn't what you're gonna get. What you're gonna get is a fun ass story with some epic ass battles and some hot ass females, who may I remind you are over the age of 18, fellas. This is the perfect show to either watch on your own or get together with the boys, put it on, and have some fun. I hope this video made you appreciate Keijo's phenomenal first episode. And trust me when I say, there is literally no other show out there like it. So, give it a watch. I'm the Rafinator. Thanks for watching.